Hi Libras, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Let's ask Spirit and my spirit guides what you don't see coming. What is coming towards you with love? What do they have for you? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Spirit, please share with me. We have different goals and we don't want the same things. Okay, so we want to make sure we have the same things. Misinformation, wrong info is given to them. Boy, like a misunderstanding. Somebody says something and you take it as fact. Always get the information from your person, okay? You can't trust a third party, they're saying. So if you want to know if that's what they said, you ask them, okay? So maybe we have misinformation. Maybe we've got our kind of facts all mixed up. Something's going on. I have partial. There's more to the story. So the missing piece of the puzzle. It's like I want to be that final piece, but I'm not all the way in yet. So there's a little bit of a 1 foot in, 1 foot out energy. So maybe we're waiting for this person to make some decisions. Maybe we have some miscommunication. Let's see, some real life stuff going on here. I have Mr. Krabs, hard on the outside and soft on the inside. That came into me as you see me for who I am. And maybe they do put on a different front for other people. Maybe it's just who they are. Maybe it's just they've always done that, but that you see a side of them that nobody else sees. And maybe that's why you like them. They allowed you to see a side of them. Let's see what the cards are saying. Spirit, please share with me. I have a Queen of Wands. I have a 10 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles. And I have a Hermit. I almost feel like I'm waiting. I feel like I'm waiting for this person to make up their mind. Okay, like, could I be happy with this person? I could if they, they were more all in. There's a sense of back and forth, or there's a sense of sometimes they're all in and sometimes they're not. So I want to ask Spirit, is this going to move forward? Because I'm tired of waiting, and you're not going to wait for somebody and you're not chasing. Could I be happy with this person? I want to go back to this different goals. What is it that you want? Because if you're looking to feel secure, if you're looking to be in a committed relationship and this person's nowhere near that, you're not going to convince them. So be careful with that. I want to make sure that we're talking about the same thing. I do like the Queen of Wands energy because there's a sense of you're going to get what you want no matter what, whether it's this person or someone else, okay? So don't hold back, they're saying. Don't hold back your power. Don't wait for somebody who doesn't know what they want. It's not going to be your job to convince them that they want to be in a relationship with you, okay? Like, that is not your job, okay? If they want to be in a relationship, they come forward. I have a Knight of Pentacles. I have a Knight of Wands. Okay. And I have a World. It came into me as more of a going full circle, that we had to go through a cycle in order to find out if this was going to work. So we might go as far as even saying, let's take a break. Maybe you're in a no contact. Maybe you've pulled away from this person. Maybe you have said, you know what, I'm not interested. When you're ready, let me know. But I did feel like it came back as a full circle. All right. And I'm just going to say back again, whatever that means to you. It could be a reconciliation. It could be I haven't heard from them for a while. We didn't really end things, but I just haven't heard from them. And then it's coming into me as pick up. I want to say pick up from where we left off. Okay. So there's a sense of we had to go through this cycle of either dipping our toe in the water, to pushing each other away, to then realizing we want to be together, for lack of better terms, a false start. Maybe we just didn't get the ball rolling the first time. Bottom of my deck, I have a Lover's card. Okay. Lover's card and a Page of Swords. We need to talk. They're going to come back around. There's a feeling of, I didn't know what I wanted. Maybe they weren't putting in the effort. Maybe you were saying, this person isn't genuine. This person isn't chasing me. This person isn't giving me enough, for sure. But I do feel like this back around, like, can we talk? And sometimes we just don't get off on the right foot. So this could be a surprise that you thought it was over, Spirit said. You thought you were done. And it's not. But I don't feel like it's we were in a big relationship and we broke up. Like, I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling like maybe we dated, maybe we went out a few times, and then we just kind of like trickled away. And we were like, whatever happened to that person? Like, where did they go? I thought we were having a good time. I thought it was going to go somewhere, and it didn't. And then all of a sudden, it comes back around again. Maybe the timing wasn't right the first time, or they had to give some thought to, do I want to be in a relationship? Spirit, please share with me. Dishonesty. I will withhold information from you for my own benefit. So you might have been thinking, they didn't tell me, like, maybe they ghosted you. Maybe they just stopped calling and they didn't really give you an excuse. And Spirit's saying, did they owe you an excuse? Or did they make you a promise in any way? Or did they just put everything on hold and put it on a pause? So it depends on, how the last contact, if they said they were going to call you and then they didn't, you never heard from them again, you'd be like, where have you been? Frustrated. I'm irritated with what I can't control and want you to feel as badly as I do. So no, that's not a good situation that we want to be in. We don't want to be with the person who's frustrated. Now, if things weren't going well in their life, they had family issues, work issues, maybe they didn't want to bring that into the relationship. Maybe they said, I just didn't want you to deal with it. I had a bunch of family stuff going on, and I didn't think it was fair to you right at the beginning of a relationship. To give them the benefit of the doubt, maybe they had a death in the family. I mean, it could be something real. I have revenge. I'm looking to damage you in retaliation. I feel like this is somebody from your past. Do I have somebody from the past that is trying to, this feels like very karmic energy, that has hurtful feelings, and they're trying to either come out of the woodwork or trying to see, like if they can get a reaction out of you of some kind. Envy. I resent that you have what I most desire, so I will belittle your successes and make myself look better. I feel like you have somebody in the background that doesn't want you to move forward and doesn't want you to start something new. So whether they're able to sabotage you in some way, or they're just playing mind games with you, like nobody's going to want you, or maybe it's things they said in the past. I'm going to say, let that stuff go. I mean, sometimes we hold on to what somebody said, years ago, and we take it as truth, and it's not true, especially if somebody just didn't respond as well. Like the person who leaves you, or you leave them, and they say, you'll never find anybody as good as me. And now you're dating people, and now you liked somebody and they drop the ball, and you think, maybe I won't ever find somebody. But whoever drops the ball on you, they're not worthy of you. They're not deserving of you. So don't worry about that. So I feel like don't hold on to that headspace of what somebody else told you, especially if you had kind of a crazy old narcissistic past, that just said hurtful things. Don't hold on to that. I have effortless. The universe supports our union, and our love will happen effortlessly. Okay. So we went full circle. There's some kind of energy in this connection that when we come back, it actually works. You know, it's that second time, it's that second chance, that then it starts to pick up and it actually starts to work. So yeah, I mean, this person didn't hurt you enough to not give them another chance, put it that way. So I think we went out a couple times, had a couple dates. I just haven't heard from them for a while. I really thought it was over. I really thought they went on their own merry way. And then lo and behold, you know, they come out of nowhere. I have unexpected knock on your door. Yeah, I do feel that way. Open your mind to be receptive to me. I'm not at all what you're expecting. So yeah, it is a feeling of an unexpected call. And I thought it was going nowhere. And, you know, here we are, you know, we are moving forward. So, you know, maybe there's somebody that you're hoping will call. Maybe there's somebody that, hey, I wonder whatever happened to that person. And I really had hoped that it was going to turn into something more. I have a 2 of Pentacles. I have a 3 of Wands. I have a 6 of Wands. And I have a Hermit. It came into me with the 2 of Pentacles that they might have had some unfinished business, that maybe they had started dating somebody else. They didn't have any commitments to anybody yet. They met you. They maybe had to say, I don't want to date you over here. And they had to kind of have a clean slate to be fair to you. So maybe behind the scenes, they were cutting ties so that they could have a chance to be with you. You know, that happens, especially people who are single for a while. But it is coming into me as I could see that I could be with you. I definitely want to capture you. I have an Ace of Pentacles. So they come back with an offer. Okay. Yeah. After a Tower moment, they let somebody else go. They could have been dating somebody, again, just casually. I don't think they were married. I don't think it was a third party situation. I feel like it was, you know, I'm dating different people until I find somebody I want to be with. And they let somebody else go so that they can, you know, start something with you. Spirit, anything around a timeline with this? What is going on with this timeline? I have unexpectedly again. I'm going to go with that because I just feel that this person is somebody I was interested in, and it kind of just stopped. You know, it just didn't go anywhere. And now this person's energy is coming back around. So I'm just going to go with unexpected. Just wait for this. Wait for the call. Wait for the door to ring. You know, like somebody who you just think, wow, you know, I really thought that you were gone. You know, I thought we were having a good time. I reread our messages all the time. So they held on to your messages. Maybe they reviewed them and said, hey, I really like this person's personality. We were having a good time. I daydream about our moments. No one compares to you. I haven't met anybody else that I want to be with. And I belong to you only. So somebody who's decided that if I'm going to be with somebody, I want it to be you. And I don't want anybody else in my energy. I want to be able to say, honestly, that I'm not interested in anybody else. I'm not talking to anybody else. They really want to be fair to you, to give this a chance. So, you know, hey, I would give this person, my hands just tingled. I would give this person another chance. I would, if that's the case, that they said, I had some unfinished business. They're honest with you about it. Maybe they tell you exactly what it was and how long it was and who it was or whatever. And they say, I just decided that I didn't want that relationship and I wanted to give this a try. And if that's okay with you, I want to see you again. Okay, you know, let's see. So sometimes that false start, you know, confuses us because we get that energy of that felt really good. What happened to that person? And then all of a sudden they just like disappear. But I have a feeling somebody's coming back around. So we're going to put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you are new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Claim it, own it, it's yours. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, check out my website at KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com. If you'd like to check out my other 2 YouTube channels that are growing, my Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame Soulmate channel, I'll put the links in the description and in the comments. We'll see you again real soon.